It's Reviews Day Tuesday! Books and stuff. This week's books are children's books, ages 9 to 14 approximately, who knows. So the first book I have for you today is by John Boyle, and it's The Terrible Thing That Happened to Barnaby Button. Brocket, I lied. And I read this book early last year as a sort of chill book, because sometimes I like to read books that aren't meant for my age group because it's really easy. So yeah, I read this last year and I thought it was really, really good and sweet and clever, and it's sort of, oh, it's so nice. And I feel like if you are between the ages of 8 and 14, you will love this book for lots of different reasons. It has lots of really lovely morals in it, and it's really sweet, and it teaches you to accept people for who they are and not think about them as people who are in trouble or people who are different, and just accept them for who they are and love them for who they are. And it's really sweet, and oh, it's just so wonderful. It's about a boy who floats, and who wouldn't want that? Books! The next book I have is probably aimed at a slightly older audience. Actually no, around the same. 9 to 15. A little bit older perhaps, I don't know. I didn't find it a great book. It's called My Latest Grievance, and it's by Eleanor Lipman, and it didn't do it for me at all. Maybe it's because I'm too old and I didn't see the fantasy side of it. Maybe it's because the plot in it was a little bit too hard to believe. Maybe it's just because I didn't connect with any of the characters, and I think this is a huge flaw for a book. If you can't know what they're feeling and understand them, then you just don't get it. Like, the setting was hard to believe, characters in it were hard to believe, everything about it really. Like, all of the characters had slightly too perfect personalities, and all of the things that happened within it were a little bit too out there. It's just too much for me really. But yeah, so not a recommendation, but if you do fancy reading it and reviewing it as well, that would be super. I would love to hear someone else's point of view on this. Probably like a 1-star book for me though. And the next book I have is The Book of Lost Things. I don't actually own this, I borrowed it from the library. So The Book of Lost Things is about a little world where a boy goes into these books, and he loves the books, and they start talking to him, and then he gets taken, drawn into this world where he has to save the king, and it's really interesting. It's really fanciful and interesting, and there's lots of little things in it that are really cool and fun, and I really liked it. I remember reading it when I was younger, like around the time that I should have been reading it, and it was really nice, and it made me want to read more and more and more. And I think that's one of the great things about books, is that it just makes you not want to stop ever. So yeah, I'm really, really into it. So The Book of Lost Things, I don't know who it's by, I should have looked that up. This guy? Future Ellie will tell you. So yeah, that's another recommendation. Who knew? I'm going to recommend a book that I'm actually reading. I haven't finished it. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it afterwards. I'll probably do another review on it as well. A Boy Called Hope. I'm reading a proof copy at the moment, which is a bit illegal, but it's happening. It's by Laura Williamson, and it's really cute and sweet and lovely, and I'm about halfway through it now, and so far it's been really good, and it's probably for that age group as well. It's just a bit of light reading. Who cares? So yeah, A Boy Called Hope. Do it, read it, it's great, I love it. That's all I have to say really. This has been Reviews Day Tuesday. That's it.